Hello, so I thought it was time to do a little bit of a vlog, more so just to give you a bit of an update because our renovation is finally happening. This is really exciting. I think for those of you who have been watching all of my videos, you'll recall I think I first mentioned our renovation probably 14 months ago. Actually, it might have been longer than that. So we ended up finding a company that specializes in first floor additions. Their draftsmen drew up our plans based on what we decided we wanted, and we had kind of fussed around with a proposed floor plan. So we had a really good idea about what we wanted to do, at least for downstairs, and then they just worked their magic upstairs. So very exciting. But the whole process from getting the drawings back were really specific in terms of what was in the contract. So we went back and forth quite a bit just to make sure that it was exactly what we wanted and we didn't miss over or gloss over any details. I think for at least a renovation of the magnitude that we're doing, you really need to be quite detail oriented so that there are no surprises when the build is underway. But also we had to go through a DA approval, and that's a development application approval through our local council, and that is a much more lengthy process than doing CDC, which is the complying development. I can't remember what the C stands for, but that's a much faster process, and it's really dependent, I think, on the amount of work that you're doing to your home, or at least the area that's affected. Don't quote me on that. The great news is that we are moving out in a few weeks' time and our build will begin. So while we're still in the house, they're going to be putting up the scaffolding, and then they'll be taking off the roof so that they can start building the frame for upstairs. And I'm going to be vlogging the entire process. So I want to know from you what you want to see in terms of renovation content. I thought, and I actually need to double check with the project manager and the builders that they're happy to do this, but I thought it'd be really great to get them to talk through what they're doing upstairs to get a builder's perspective as opposed to someone who's not an expert. So hopefully we can do that as well, so there'll be a bit more of a technical element to my renovation updates too. So there's actually quite a lot going on, because shortly after our renovation begins and we've kind of left the property, I'm going to be heading to the US on a solo trip. So I'm going on my own without the kids, and I'm away for a week. I am planning to do over on TikTok or on IG, I'll do an update and I'll chat through what I'm actually planning to take and the outfits I'm planning to wear, and then I thought I might film sort of what I'm wearing there too. But is there anything you'd like to see from a packing perspective or just from a travel perspective, what I'm doing in the US? I'm going for a conference, so maybe I might vlog while I'm there. I thought maybe that could be fun. I do also have a whole day to myself at the end of that trip, which will be really nice, and I think I'm going to book myself in for either a massage or some sort of a facial treatment. Thought that'd be good. Now, our daughter is currently napping. Her naps are so unreliable right now. She'll either nap for sort of 20 minutes up to 45 minutes. Haven't been able to crack that mark for the past few weeks, and it's all because she's sort of developing a circadian rhythm. So it makes it really hard to know how much free time I've got just on my own. So if you've noticed that I've been speaking really quickly in some of my videos, that is why. It's because I'm trying to get through all of what I want to say before she wakes up. So very sorry. I have to really consciously actually think about my cadence if I want to speak a little bit more slowly. I kind of am keen to pack away a few things of mine from in the bedroom, just as I think there's probably going to be a bit of dust, and probably makes more sense to have those items tucked away in our storage unit, anything that I'm not taking out of the house anyway. And I'm also slowly trying to pack up things that we can live without or do without for the next sort of 4 to 6 months, just give or take, depending on how long the whole build process will go for. So that's what is on my to-do list. That's what I'm going to do now. But yeah, I'm going to stop chatting now, as I can see my battery light on my camera is starting to blink angrily at me. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on with some of the jobs I need to do before our daughter wakes up. Sorry to film on my camera, but I thought I'd also quickly share my outfit before our daughter wakes up. So you probably will have seen this outfit before. It's kind of an easy go-to for me, just because it is so comfortable, but it looks quite put together. So I've got a little necklace on too. This one is from Majuri. It's my favorite double curb necklace. So I haven't actually done my hair. So the top, it's from Uniqlo. I really love this. I like the fact that it's a really nice wide open boat neck. This is in a size small. If you can't get your hands on this one, Arket do a really similar one, which I'm going to link in the description box. The trousers you will have seen me talk about before quite a few times, I'm sure. These ones are from Gentle Herd. I personally prefer the way they look with a belt, just because the button, the fastening, it doesn't have an interior clasp, so it doesn't actually hold it flat, and I find just with the belt it looks a little bit more polished. So these I've got on in the size small, and I do have a little bit of room at the waist, which is nice, and they're really quite carefree. I find also if you spill something on them, you can easily wipe it off and it won't mark or anything. So yeah, those are great. Belt is my Anderson's belt, which is just the best. And then I also have on my Golden Goose sneakers, which if you want to dupe for these that are way more affordable, Oliver Cabell, they have them, and I can speak to the fact that their shoes are super comfortable. So yeah, that's the full outfit today. And I was carrying my Oh My bag, little bucket bag as well, so I'll link that down in the description box too. Okay, so I thought I would maybe string together a few days from this week and sort of center it all around what's happening with the house, so there's a little bit of a theme to this video. So it's Tuesday, I've just dropped our son off at daycare, and I've been doing a little bit of a tidy up. As you saw, I started packing some additional boxes yesterday. I think having a bit of a system where you can actually pack things slowly as opposed to having to do it all at once, that is what's working for me, because I'm simultaneously trying to select things with my husband for the house, so all of our fixtures and fittings and things, and it just makes it a little bit more manageable, especially when you've got kids. I thought maybe we could talk light fixtures, because this is an area, we'll have selected them by the time this video goes up, because we've got to pick them quite soon, but this is an area of the house that I found really challenging. Downlights in particular. I mean, I'll show you what we've got currently in the house, and we don't like them, but every single downlight that I've looked at has just not really captured me in any kind of way. I've not really found anything that I like that isn't $500 for one downlight, and you need quite a few. So yeah, and also just finding ceiling lights which are flush to the ceiling, because we have standard ceiling heights throughout the whole house except for where the staircase is going to go. So it means that we can't really have any hanging pendants. It kind of restricts us in that way, because if we do, then you're sort of going to be maneuvering around them. And to me, that doesn't really make sense in terms of wanting to live in the house. In terms of the general theme for what our house is going to sort of feel like, it's going to have a little bit more of a Japandi vibe. So think lots of kind of white, oak wood, natural textures, and then also some little elements of green as well. So in our ensuite, we're going to have some green tiles, which I might show you those as well. All right, I'll show you what our downlight currently look like. Maybe I'll give you a peek at the living room in its current state. Please don't judge. I've been doing a bit of tidy up, but yeah, hang on. So I said I would show the spotlights yesterday, but our daughter literally woke up right on cue. So this up here is currently what we've got on the ceiling throughout much of the house, except for the bedrooms. And I'll just give you a little bit of a glance now at sort of our living space. Please mind the mess, like I'm packing up. There's just kids stuff everywhere, but we also have them everywhere in here. And I think we're going to keep some spotlights in here, but then above the dining table where that little light is up there, we're going to put a new light, and I'll put on screen the one that I personally really like. As you can imagine with the renovation, it's kind of tricky finding things that both my husband and I equally like and love and want to put in the house, because it is such a big decision. Obviously we're going to great expense to do up the whole place, and we want to make sure that it is perfect, and we don't want to make any mistakes. And that's, I suppose, one of the reasons why we've been thinking about all of the different elements and things we want to put into the house for so long. I actually think we have been planning it for almost the entirety of the time that we've been living in this home, which is over 4 years now. I thought also I could show you the tiles. Today, so it's Wednesday now, today I'm heading out. I've got to go to a press viewing, so I'll bring you along to that, and then I'm meeting a girlfriend for lunch. Then straight away after that, I've got to zip out to the bathroom stores so that I can place the order for the vanities, because otherwise they won't get here in time. And I definitely made a bit of a mistake there. The timeline would have been really tight anyway, but the actual vanity we wanted to get for the main bathroom upstairs, so there's going to be 2 bathrooms, an ensuite off of our primary bedroom, and then also a main bathroom which is going to have a bath in it, which I'm very excited about because we don't currently have a bath. Yeah, the vanity we wanted, the lead time is just too long and it won't get here before it's required to be placed in, based on the project timeline we've received from the builders. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but they've told me we can essentially do the same sort of vanity just from a different brand. So yeah, maybe I'll show you some of my picks, but let me grab the tiles and I can kind of show you what we're going to be using. So these are the tiles here that we're going to have as a bit of a feature in our ensuite. So they're a really beautiful muted green. I love the fact that the actual color is somewhat mottled, so it isn't uniform. I think that will add a lot of visual interest to the wall. So we're going to do a half wall. When you look into our ensuite, you'll see this halfway up the wall above our shower ledge, and we're going to have a darkish blue, sort of an ocean blue color in the main bath with a similar sort of effect. So we'll have that feature element in both bathrooms. Then the tile that we got, oh, and sorry, the name of this is called the Newport Mini Jade. Then the tile that we're going to use on the floor, and then we're also going to bring this up the walls as well, is this one here, which is kind of like a light grey. It's got a bit of a speckle to it. This one is called the Hampton Matte White Concrete Look Tile. And so we thought that those would be really lovely, offset with some nice warm oaky elements, and then just probably quite a classic sort of a stone top. I think we're going to go with Caesar stone. Not sure 100% on the colors. I'm going to pick when I get to the store, but we're pretty set on the actual look itself. Very quick outfit of the day. This is what I'm going to be wearing out to the press viewing and for lunch. Feel comfortable but quite chic and elegant. Friday, I have this magic little window where both the kids are currently asleep, and so I thought I would wrap things up. This morning the electrician came round to talk through all of our light fixture placement, along with where we want to put all of our power points and any other electrical fittings, etc. within the home, which was amazing. It took us about, I would say, an hour and 45 minutes to actually go through everything in detail, upstairs and downstairs. And the great thing is that we're able to custom tailor it to where we want to position furniture in the house. So when you buy an existing home, you're kind of just working with where the power points are placed. So that's been really, really cool, and I'm very excited for some of the things that we're going to be doing. Like, we're going to have a projector in our living room, and just we've sort of settled on a few light fixtures now, which I'm very excited about. There's just some things with that that I'm really looking forward to sort of sharing as we progress with our renovation. I really underestimated what the experience was going to be like when I went to the bathroom stores on Wednesday. I thought I might be able to vlog a little bit, but I didn't realize that I would actually just be sat in a chair the entire time as I talked through all the specifications and then just made sure that we had the right selections. So I think all up, that took me about 2.5 hours, and that was to select the bath, the toilets, heated towel rails for in our ensuite, and then also the vanities and then the mirrors that we're going to have in both bathrooms too. So that was quite a process, but really, really excited about it. And I thought I could show you, we're planning on getting a mark cabinet. And this is the wrong book. Gosh, I did this actually on the day too. I took this with me and then I realized this was the wrong one because we were trying to essentially match like for like in terms of the style of vanity we wanted. So we ended up getting all of our products from a brand called ADP, which is Architectural Designer Products. And I really, really like their range. They were the ones that I liked the most. So for our mirrors in both the ensuite and in the main bathroom, I'm going to be getting these ones here. I don't know how well, there we go. They're called the flip mirrors, and I like how these ones actually open inwards. So really great if you want the ensuite mirror to match the size of the vanity, and perhaps you don't necessarily have a lot of space either side, because if you have a traditional one which opens out, hang on, like that, then the sides of the mirrors are going to have nowhere to go. So that's really, really clever and a great use of space. So we're going to have the 1200 in our ensuite, and then in the main bath we're going to have an 1800 millimeter. And we're going to have an 1800 vanity in there too, which is really cool. And then the, wait, let me find it. So I'll just give you a bit of a peek. And the great thing is we weren't intending on doing this, but now we were able to actually match the exact type of MDF timber, or cabinet finish that we have in both bathrooms, as well as the countertop. So that's actually really, really nice. And before we weren't that fussed if they were slightly different, because they're in slightly different parts of the house. But so this is the one that we went with for our ensuite, and it's called the Atlanta semi-recessed vanity. And then for the main bath, so I just went with the recommendation there from the designer who was helping me. We're going with the Emporia all drawer. So ours is actually going to have 4 drawers. So imagine it's got a split down the center, and then there's 2 up the top, 2 down the bottom, and it will have 2 sinks. So really cool. So I think that's about all I've really got to share in this video. I think this might be a little bit of a long one, so probably a good sort of point to wrap things up. Very much looking forward to the weekend. It's my friend's daughter's birthday, so I can't wait to see her, because we haven't really had much opportunity to catch up so much this year, so that'll be heaps of fun. And aside from that, I'm just going to be packing boxes, so I'm going to save you all the boredom of watching me pack boxes. But if you want to see anything at the other side, at the rental property that we're going to have for the next probably 4 to 6 months, depending on how long the reno takes, let me know. We're taking very, very minimal furniture and belongings with us, because we just want to reduce the amount that we need to pack and move. So yeah, I mean, there's not going to be very much to show, to be completely honest, but yeah, if that's something that's of interest, let me know and I will do my best to vlog what I can. But thank you so much for spending some of your day with me, especially because I know this will be a long one. As mentioned, if you've got any specific questions or things that you want to see related to the renovation, please share with me in the comment section. I'll do my best to kind of try and accommodate where I can, and I'm really, really looking forward to sharing this build with you. It's so weird thinking that we've only got a few more weekends left in this house as it currently stands. And I mean, one thing I can't wait is to not have yellow doors in the house anymore, because we didn't bother painting them because we knew we were going to replace them. So yeah, all right, that's me signing off. See you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.